is important?
Go extra.
Okay, so very important in Pilates, and I'll say it over and over again, and I love when I have a couple of minutes to really do the explanation. Purpose of Pilates is really to restore that natural spine. So in that natural spine, there's 3 distinct curves. There's your cervical curve. In between your shoulder blades is that very light thoracic curve. And in the lumbar, there's a very gentle curve. We don't want this. We don't want this. All right? So when I speak of neutral spine, neutral pelvis, that's what I'm talking about. So if you just kind of take your arms to the side, and then your hip or your bone markers are you'll hear me say pelvic, neutral pelvis. Hip bone, pubic bone, flat. That is where you want to be. The second we bring that pubic bone forward, which we are going to do, that's your scoop. All right? And a lot of times your scoop occurs here. A lot of people want to, if you scoop here, you create a very long, elegant curve. And in that part, we kind of get the vertebrae off of each other. All right? You don't have to take it all in here, but that is really, you'll hear me constantly say neutral spine, neutral pelvis. That's where a lot of the relief comes. You get the vertebrae off of all the nerves. All right? So just have fun. And we're going to just, we've got about a minute before we start. Any questions? I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy that we have, we're going to have a little sprinkle on us, which is our own cooling off system, which is lovely. None of us are melt, and we're all happy to get out. Okay. So let's stand on the mat, and we're going to immediately find our neutral. So we're hip width apart, and if you put your hands right in here in your hip flexors, that would be considered your hip width apart. All right, so ladies, your hips are not that big. So come in a little bit. All right, you want to spread the toes. All right, let's widen the base. Okay, hip bone, pubic bone is flat. We're going to stand and just allow. I like to put palms forward. All right, we've got a gentle curve in the neck, gentle curve in the thoracic, gentle curve in the lumbar, and you'll know that by having that neutral pelvis. We're going to inhale, and we're going to just scoop it up. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, bring it down. And inhale up. So when the arms are up over the head, we don't want to be out here. We want to allow your scapula, which is back here, to draw down the back. All right? And you're going to hear me make that reference a lot too. All right? So we're going to inhale, and let's just start moving. Breathe. I call this time the body check, right? So you're checking. What did you do yesterday? All right. We have different patterns right now. We're not in our normal schedule, so a lot of us are home. We're either doing a lot of sitting or we're doing a lot of hiking. So we've actually changed how our muscles are developing, all right? Let's come to the edge of the mat, and we're going to inhale. And then begin to, let's do that scoop. Let's come out of neutral, bring that pubic bone a little bit up, and we're going to allow the body to roll down one vertebrae at a time. And just stay here. You can brace yourself on your shins and just allow the body, don't force it. All right? We're going to walk it out. And you're going to just hold your plank. And just try to get the body and hold. Drop down onto the knees. Sweep the arms back. Open up the chest. From that position, we're going to just gently roll onto our backs. So we talked about that neutral in a standing position. Let's do that neutral. Roll down. Laying down. Base of the skull is down. We've got a nice natural curve in the neck. I'm going to play to the camera a little bit. We've got a nice natural curve in the neck, through the thoracic, through the lumbar. All right. Now let's bring the pubic bone up a little bit higher. And now we've imprinted our spine and we have our scoop. And you're going to hear about that scoop a lot. So let's start rocking the pelvis. Inhale. And just out of neutral imprinting, back to neutral. Out of neutral imprinting, back to neutral. Let's stay in neutral. We're going to begin to slide the fingertips, and as we slide the fingertips, we're going to collectively lift the head, neck, and shoulders. I'm reaching my arms, but at the same time on my exhale, I'm internally drawing back. all right? As though I'm stopping myself from passing gas. So you really want to get an active core. We're going to start pumping the arms. Now, if you're new and your head, neck, and shoulders aren't there, you can take your head down, but below, and pull back so you're actively moving. So we're going to pump the arms, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, really warming up the body. So a little bit of drizzle is welcomed because it's a little humid out here, hence my hair wrapped up. Good, inhale. Let's take the arms out and take it into a tabletop. So find your tabletop, hip bone, pubic bone is flat. From this position, we're going to throw it from the hip and allow that toe to tap. When that toe taps down, good. We're keeping that neutral spine, that neutral pelvis. That lumbar curve, which is the lower back, wants to jump up, but you're not letting it. You've got that upper body stabilization, lower body movement. We're going to put that right leg straight, allow that left leg to stay in a bent tabletop. And we're going to use both arms, and we're going to just circle it, right? So what we're doing here is we're allowing the leg to fall into the hip socket and just circling it around, and we're going to reverse the motion. So anybody feel a little tightness, right? A little glute, and work it through. These movements that we're doing now are the foundation movements that we do all our other Pilates from. Extend that left leg. Let's bring the right leg in, and we're circling, right? Upper body is just stabilized. We're circling right inside that hip socket, and then reverse the motion. Does that feel good? And that little drizzle feels even better? Excellent. All right. So now we're going to lay it completely down. We're neutral. We're going to take that right heel, and we're going to drag it back, and then straighten out the leg, all right? That's your heel slide, all right? That heel slide, you'll see again, is a foundation move. Ideally, we want to slide that heel towards the butt and feel that lower ab sensation, all right? Let's switch. And as we go through the moves, I'll remind you where that heel slide or that knee stir comes into play. All right, you have to know the foundation of the movement in order to execute it. All right, enough lecture. Let's go into that tabletop. Slide the fingertips, lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. You can stay in a tabletop, or you can extend the legs, and we're going to move right into the hundreds. All right, a lot going on here. Squeezing my heels together, calves are together, inner thigh, squeezing it together. I can feel that zip. You can stay here if that's where your body's at. My focal point is either my belly button or my knees. Some people feel a little bit more comfortable, all right? It's a bio-individuality. Everybody's body's got a little bit of a different tendency. Pumping the arms, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tabletop, brace the head, tap the feet down. We're going to bring the right armpit to the left knee, and we're going to stay right armpit to the left knee. Lower body stabilization, upper body twist. So we're just going to twist. As we twist, good. Now we've got left armpit to the right knee, and we're going to twist. Really keep those elbows back. You want that twist to occur through the torso and not bringing your elbow to your knee, but more of your armpit. Excellent. Arms are down. We're going to tabletop. And again, we're going to slide the fingertips, lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. We're going to move into a single leg stretch. All right? So in the air, I'm sliding my heel. Here comes that heel slide move. So use that movement that we slid our heels on the mat to really exaggerate that drag back. And that's what I call active movements. Really, really active movements. We've got 4 and 3. Oh, the breeze feels good. 2 and 1. Feet are on the ground. We're going to slide the fingertips, reach, and brace the head, elbows in the peripheral. And now we're going to just alternate sides. Everybody feel good? We're warming up. Good. And twist. And twist. twist, and twist. Excellent. We are back into a tabletop. We're going to sweep the arms around and we're going to move into a double leg stretch. So inhale and then press out. Today, let's squeeze the heels together, all right? You can come here, again, keeping that spine when you come out as neutral as you can, all right? Some people can go really low, but you want to make sure you are able to keep that scoop. Good. We've got 4. Squeeze the legs together. 3, 2, and 1. Feet are down. We are back into that neutral spine. Now we're going to come out of that neutral pelvis, bringing that pubic bone a little higher, and we're going to begin to peel our bodies off of the mat. Excellent. And then from the chest, roll it down. Articulate is exactly what it sounds like. Articulating one vertebrae at a time. Try not to squeeze your glutes. We will address the glutes a little bit later. And we're really trying to find that pliability, that flexibility of that spine. Let's bring it into a tabletop, grab hold of the hamstrings, extend the legs, and then take them hip width apart, sliding the fingertips, lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. We're going to move right into a split. So your elbows are wide. All right? If you're here for this hour, I want to make sure that everything is active. Your brain is here with me. Mind and body connection. Good. And pull. Everyone feel good? And 2. And 3. I'm so happy to be able to talk to someone. We're actually all 12 feet away from each other, which is awesome. Good. Now we're going to grab that left leg, and we're going to bring that left leg in, and we're going to point and flex. Now externally rotate and internally rotate. I'm going to grab hold of that left leg. My right hand holds my right hip down, and I'm going to allow that leg to drop off to the side and just open up the hip. Keep that right cheek, and that would not be your face cheek, down. Now we're going to cross over, and don't let that left hip raise either. We're going to switch legs. And again, point and flex, a little footwork. Externally rotate, internally rotate, hold. Right hand grabs that right leg. We allow that leg to open up, and then we cross over. Ooh, a little tight here. And good. Let's bring those legs back up into the air. I'm going to connect the heels, slide it up, brace the head, elbows in the peripheral. I'm going to take the right leg down, 2, 3, and then I'm going to drag it back. Inhale, let it go down. Exhale, and remember, every time you exhale, you're actively pulling back from that pelvic floor. Open up the elbows. The elbows, you want your whole upper thoracic area to be open. We don't want to pull on the neck. The neck gets enough. Good. And press down. And good. Bend the knees. And we're going to take those knees together. And belly button up, stays stabilized. Lower body, we're going to just roll through the hips. Crossing that left ankle over the right knee. We're going to tuck and bridge up. All right? Try to find the evenness through the shoulders and the scapula. Evenness through the hips. And then just allow. It's almost like your outer thigh is pressing against the ground. Just hold it there. All right? Closing the ribs. Feel the body release. Don't force that leg to go down. Just put it in that position and then let the outer thigh stay a little heavy. Articulate down. Good. We're going to move over to the other side. And we're going to cross that leg over. We're going to bridge up. Again, evenness through the scapula. Good. Allowing that leg to drop and just hold. We have ourselves a good old sun shower going on right now. And then roll down. Extend the right leg. Extend the left leg. Place the hands up over the head without throwing the body out of neutral. Inhale, and we're going to roll all the way up. Okay, so we're sitting up tall, and here's where that pubic bone comes up again. Here's your scoop. And then draw up and find your neutral spine. So we're going to scoop and find your neutral spine. Very good. So you're going to roll back as far as you can, as long as you can get back up again. So let's start to roll as far as you can. If you can get all the way down, and then roll up and restack the spine. So allow that spine stretch to occur, allow the tailbone, and then we're going to reach up, scoop the belly, and come up. And inhale, scoop. Push the legs away, allow. You almost feel the lengthening of the spine. So as you roll down, you're pushing your feet away from your head so that right in the center of your body, we are creating length. So think about creating length. We're getting all the organs off of each other. And roll. And let's go one more. We're up and we're going to restack. Let's grab hold of that left leg. Okay, we're going to hold it there. And now we're going to roll back as far as you can and get up away from it. Reach and then come up and hold. Push it up. Push away. Roll down. And come up and hold. Reach up. Good. Scoop. Stay with me. And then lift all the way up. And we're going to hold and we're going to point and flex. And externally rotate. And internally rotate. And draw that knee into your chest as you lift the body up. Right? So much is about being able to take yourself out of your pelvis. Let's take that right leg up. And we're going to roll away from it. Woo! Little breeze. And then we're going to roll up. And we're going to roll away from it. And we're going to roll up. Hold. Really get yourself to lift up. So much of that sitting up tall comes from the inside out. We're going to hold it up. And we're going to point and flex. Externally rotate. Internally rotate. Draw that knee and sit up tall. All right? All day long. Get that natural curve to come on up. All right, from that position, let's take it onto your side. Everybody feeling good? All right, little mermaid pose. Everybody assume you're mermaid. So I want that right leg to be on the outside. I'm going to grab hold of that right shin, and I'm going to reach all the way over as my left hip works in opposition, right? And now reach up and over. Doesn't worry. You don't have to be exact because we will hit both sides. And just reach. I know that feels good. And that is a movement that we really don't, I could just see you standing online and start going into that movement. Everybody like, what's she doing? So it's not something you get to do all the time. Good. Now you're going to grab that right shin and you're going to stay there. Now you're going to sit up a little bit taller and you're going to turn. Good. And let's switch to the other side. I always say at least one person gets a cramp in Pilates. Now we're on the left side, and I joke, and thank you, Joan, for taking the cramp. Everybody takes, there's always one cramp, so I always like to thank the person who takes that cramp, right? It's almost like superstitious. Like once that cramp's off the table, we're good. And reach. So I want you to think about staying up tall. It's all about creating length. Even if that length cuts down on your range of motion. And reach. Now grab that left shin, and we're going to reach up, and we're going to give it a little bit of a turn. All right? From that position, reach the arms up and over and find your plank. So you can hold your plank here, or you can hold your plank here. You do what works for your body, all right? And we're going to hold. So stay symmetrical. On that plank, all right, we're all going to drop down onto the knees. We're going to shift the weight forward. Elbows are back, and we're going to go down into a push-up, all right? We're going to start out with 5. We're going to get that right out there. Good. And press. Your shoulders are back, but your weight is shifted forward. I think we have 2 more. And 2. Now come back up into that plank and hold. Let's point and flex the feet. We're going to drop down onto those knees. We're going to shift that weight forward, and now we have 4. I always feel this the next day. Take your time. Close your ribs. Plank. And hold. Good. Drop down. Ooh, we have 3. Good. Elbows are back. Plank. Almost there. Take your stretch. Let's do 2. And always do what works for you. The beauty of any workout is just sticking with it, plank. And let's do 1 more. We're going to drop down. Nice work. Clasp the hands behind the back. Open up the chest. Let's slide all the way down so that we're on our forearms. I'm allowing my shoulders to come away from my ears. I'm tucking my belly, and I'm going to kick, and I'm going to kick. And now pulse 2, pulse 2. Upper body stabilization. This position, stretching that rectus abdominis, that whole muscle that runs the front of our body, right? So really dropping the shoulders and not residing in our lower back. We're going to roll all the way down. We're neutral spine, neutral pelvis here. Hip bone, pubic bone is flat. We're going to reach the arms out, make your legs comfortable. Come a little bit up, drop your scapula lats down your back. Knuckles stay towards the ceiling or towards the sky. And we're going to open up the chest. And open up the chest. Breathe. Inhale and open up the chest. Good. We've got 2 more. Open up the chest. And open up the chest. Clasping the hands behind the back. Turn your head and face me. Scoop the belly. Kick yourself in the butt. 1, 2. Pull back. Open the chest. Your hips are neutral. Do not go into your lower back. Switch the head. And again, 1, 2. Open up the chest. 1 more each side. 1, 2. Open up the chest. Good. We've got to get our shoulders open. 1, 2. Open up the chest. Let's bring it onto all 4s. I want you to stay on all 4s. Take the tops of your feet down. And we're going to do the pelvic tilt. All right? We don't want to be here. It's not a big calf stretch. Belly button down is just that little tipping of the tailbone. All right? Just that little tip of the tailbone. All right? If your back is tight, you're feeling a little tightness, here's where you go. Now, from this position, we're going to come down onto our forearms and extend the left leg. My rib cage is closed. Hip bone, pubic bone, hip bones are all in one line. And we're going to just start. I told you we'd get those glutes. Just start that little bit of a pulse. Now, upper body is not on vacation. Pressing the forearms in, allowing the shoulders to come away from the ears, allowing the scapula to slide down your back. Rib cage is closed. So we've got some upper body toning while the lower body moves. Lift, cross over, up and down. No whipping. No whipping in Pilates. Good. Excellent. Feel that stretch up and down. So you should be feeling a little bit in your glute, but your upper body is stabilized. We're going to bend the knee. We're going to press. And press like you're trying to stay up on the ceiling. Good. And press. Keep your neck in control. Don't just let it drop. And good. Press. And we're going to tip the tailbone down just a second. Bring it right back on, extending the right leg. All right? So much of it is about the way you hold your upper body. All right? We don't want to be here and sloppy. It has integrity. The neck is long. The shoulders are away from the ears. The scapula is sliding down the back. Stabilizing and just pulsing. Good. Just pulsing. We're going to lift, cross over, up, and down. And lift, cross over, up, and down. Keep going. Lift, over, up. Bend the knee. Stamp on the ceiling. Resist wanting to really arch your back in that lumbar area. You don't want to do too much stretching in that lumbar. Yep. And now we're going to come up onto all fours. And again, we're just going to tip the tailbone down and bring it in, extending the left leg, extending the right arm. Now we're going to do like a single leg stretch, but flipped over. So as we bring it in, we're going to curl. We're going to do that pelvic tuck here and bring it out. Bring it in, bring it out. Different angle, all right? Same movement, but you're not feeling it in your neck, right? So scoop and out. We've got 8 more. Scoop and out. Really exaggerate that scoop so that you're feeling that core working. Good. About 3 more. Excellent. 2 more. Y'all feeling your core here? 2. And excellent. Let's move to the other side. Extending out. Good. And tuck in and out. So it's not really your head going towards your knee. It's your chest going towards your knee. Good. Feel it. It can either be easy, or if you're really engaged and really paying attention to taking it from neutral to the scoop, you're feeling it. 2 more. Excellent. Let's find that plank. Let's walk it up. Allow that stretch to occur. Articulate up, roll up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Ooh, watch it because your head was hanging. Good. All right, facing forward. All right, lower body stabilization, upper body movement. So we're going to stay up nice and tall. Your shoulders are over your hips, all right? Squatting down. Go for it. Go wide. Hip bone, pubic bone flat. So there's that repeated neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Spread the toes apart. Push the legs back. And let's just hold it here. And we're going to go back from retracting those arms back into the body. Good. Loosen up those shoulders. Very nice. A little bit lower. If you can, just make sure those knees are not overshooting your foot line. Clasp the hands behind the back and open up the chest. Remember, I'm looking for quadricep, knee, shin, ankle, all in one line. We're going to reach out, stabilize the lower body, and really just move that upper body. Good. So you feel how when you stabilize one part of your body, you're able to mobilize another part. I'm going to take my right hand, and I'm going to reach it all the way to the left, and just stretch. And bring it back. And I'm going to take that left hand and reach it all the way. And good. And open up the chest. I'm going to put those arms out in front, and we are going to just pulse. And pulse. The whole time, leaning up. Good. That's a good idea, Cynthia. You cross your arms. And pulse. Now we're going to stabilize and lift the right heel and then the left heel. The right, the left, the right and left. Go deep and then come on up. Yeah, shake it out. Nice work. All right, let's work on a little bit of a balance. We know how to pelvic scoop now. We're going to take that right leg behind. We're going to take that left foot forward. I'm standing up tall. I'm going to soften that right leg, and here's that scoop. All right? We're going to scoop. I'm looking down at my toe. Saying first thing I'm going to do is get a pedicure when I can, right? And if you can, you're going to balance up and scoop. But you don't have to. I'm more concerned with what's going on here. There's that scoop. And stretch it out. Now that right leg is forward, left foot is back. We're standing up tall, finding our balance. I'm going to catch my balance, soften that left leg, extend the right leg, and now I'm going to scoop. And I'm going to gaze down at my right toe, and I'm going to scoop the belly. You don't have to lift, but you really have to create that beautiful scoop that you're feeling everything. And excellent. All right. I'm going to put my right knee down, and I'm going to take my left foot a little bit forward. Now remember here, we're leaning back. Hands are here. You're going to scoop the belly and we're going to come up into a slight lunge. All right? And just hold. It's very light. Lean back and bring the arms up and just hold. Open up the chest. Open up the chest. A little bit of a back extension here. And switch sides. All right? And again, awesome. You do you. Here. And you're just off very slightly. You're leaning back. And if you're on your knee, awesome. Just really feel that back extension. Hold it. And just breathe. Good. Step up. And we're going to come to the edge of the mat. Take a deep breath. Nod the head. Begin to articulate down. Walk it out. And take it onto your side. My right leg is on top. My left leg is on bottom. We're going to go right into a side plank. So some people like to stack. I like to keep it in front. And you're going to reach all the way over. Feel free to drop a knee. Yep. Lift the bottom waist away from the mat. And really good. Take that stretch. Bring the arm up. And we're going to thread through and bring it all the way up. And we're going to thread through and bring it all the way up. And one more, we're going to thread through and bring it all the way up. Reach that arm up and over. Grab the shin and reach over. Onto the forearm. Top leg over bottom leg. And reach up and over. Right? Let's thread through and bring it up. Sunra. And up. I know, reach up and over. I'm thinking now would be a nice time for a sprinkle. And reach. And nice. Let's switch sides. Top. That's so funny. It went from like sprinkly to hot. All right. Top leg over bottom leg. Again, you can drop the knee. You do what feels really good. The idea is to really stretch the waist. So I'm lifting that waist off, away from the ground. And we're going to thread through and up and thread through and up. Drop down, grab hold, really take that stretch. That feels good. Onto your forearm. Reach up and over, taking that stretch. We're going to thread through and bring it up and thread through, up, reach up and over. And we're going to lay on our backs. So our hips should be open. We're nice and loose. So laying down, once again, we're going to find our neutral pelvis and we're going to begin to just rock the pelvis. All right, this scoop is that prerequisite for the roll back. So we've got three possibilities here. We're going to curl all the way up and roll all the way down. Or you're going to take your knees and bend and do that same scoop here and roll all the way down. Or you're going to have your legs straight up, roll back, open, and articulate all the way down, all right? Those three moves, choose where you want to stay. Again, if you have osteoporosis or anything, don't roll back onto your shoulders, no need. Inhale, and reach, open, nice and slow. So if you're bridging, good, and again, go. So if you're here, nice and slow up, nice and slow down, just keep going. Not bending the knees. Curl back and roll down and roll. Release the spine. That should feel so good. Inhale. Remember, it is all the same move. That scoop goes on and roll all the way down. Stay off of your necks. About two more. And scoop and roll all the way down. And let's do one more. We've got a scoop roll all the way down. I'm going to lay that right leg down. Stabilize the upper body, allow that left leg to insert into the body. Take that left leg, cross the right leg, and draw a D. All right? So here, back in the beginning when we did the knee stirs, that was the foundation or fundamental move to this move. To really connect and not just be whipping the leg around, really connect it into the hip socket and work that circle. And now let's reverse. So you're creating a D, actually. I'm glad I put my sunscreen on. Good, and cross. And let's grab hold of that left leg. We're gonna curl up. I'm gonna lift the right leg, and I'm gonna create a long, elegant curve from the tip of my head to the tip of my tail, and just rock. And we're going to switch legs. Now that right leg is falling right into the hip socket, stabilizing the entire body, crossing the midline of the body and bringing it up and around. Cross the midline of the body, up and around. We've got that neutral pelvis going on. Just breathe. It's so nice to be outside. The clouds went away for us. And reverse, up and around. Base of the skull is down. Nice natural curve. And if you really allow it, like the knee stir did, where you drop it into the hip socket, you're really feeling that movement from that level. We're going to grab the right leg, scooping the belly, lifting the other leg, and we're going to just allow the body to rock and roll. So once you set your spine in that beautiful, elegant curve, it should just gently rock. And I want everybody to roll up and catch your heels. All right, getting hot out here, I know. Yeah, if you need to move or find a tree. So don't worry, it'll drizzle in a second. I see something coming up. So you're going to scoop the belly, and we're residing on our tailbone. We're going to grab hold of the ankles and just relax the body, allow it to roll, and bring it up. So the whole time I'm deepening, I'm scooping, inhale and exhale. Relax, don't force the body, don't hit your head. So you can stay here, or you can straighten out the legs and just allow that elegant curve to guide you back and forth. Whoop! And do as I say, not as I do. And roll back, and excellent. Let's stretch those feet straight out, and then we're going to create about 18 inches, forearms are away from the legs, and we're scooping the belly back and we're reaching beyond the feet. And then slide the fingertips back and restack. All right, that restack is so important. We're going to reach, scooping the belly. There's the breeze. And slide. I think they're like made to order. I think if you say it out there, I would like a little more breeze. And reach. Yep. And slide. Let's roll all the way back, grabbing hold of that right hamstring. And we're going to bend that right leg, and we're going to extend the left leg. Now inhale, and you're going to curl either to here, or you're going to curl all the way up to an abbreviated teaser. So that right leg is bent, and roll down. Inhale, scoop the belly, lift, and then really roll down. Inhale, or just come to here. Scoop, and roll down. Let's do about 5 more of those. Inhale, and lift. And really exaggerate that lowering down. And inhale, and lift, and roll down. And again, inhale and lift. Woo! And just 2 more. And inhale and lift. And roll down. This time we're going to stay there. Inhale. Lift, grab that leg, sit up tall, and then just pulse. and pulse. And 4, and 3, and 2. Let's grab hold of that left leg and take it back for a stretch. Drop it off to the side, leaving the right hip down. Drop it off to the right. Now that straight leg becomes your bent leg, extending the right leg. And we're going to inhale and we're going to bring it up into that abbreviated teaser again. And roll down. And bring it up into that abbreviated teaser. Good. Woo, breathe. Feel the lengthening of the body. And inhale, an abbreviated teaser. And roll down. And up. That's it. Just breathe. You know, once we've gotten to this part in the class, the body's a little looser. This time we're going to bring it up. Hold it. Sit up tall. And then pulse it. And pulse. And 4, and 3, and 2. Grab that leg, take a stretch. Drop it off to the side, and then bring it over, giving it a stretch. And from that position, let's take it onto your sides. Everyone good? I got a little water loss. Bend that bottom leg, lift that bottom waist, and we're going to start pulsing. This is so active, all right? You will have a completely different experience if you're kind of hanging out here. If your hips are stacked, your bottom waist is lifted, and you're just pulsing and pulsing. And now flex. Good, up nice and high. Flex forward, point back. Keep that waist tall. Flex forward, point back. It is turning out to be a beautiful day here. Flex forward. I am. I'm sweating. I couldn't retreat to a tree. Now keep it out, and we're going to do a little circle. A little circle. So it's lifted. Little circle. And reverse. Learned my lesson. Last week my hair was down. It was just stuck to me. And I will take the sunshine. Kick that leg forward. Now, you're going to bring the knee in and then push the leg back. Kick forward. So it's riding a bicycle. Good. And feel that whole rotation. Reach back. And now reverse the motion. Kick forward. Take it back. So if you're backpedaling now, really work it through. We've been in that hip socket, right? We started with those knee stirs, and we're just moving everything around. And let's move to the other side. Bend the knee. All right, and we're going to pulse. I think being in so long really makes you appreciate being out, even if you're rained on and the bugs are at you. Good, lift. Now, you have a bug? And flex. I got stung by a bee in my house a couple of days ago. I don't think I've been stung by a bee for 40 years, and I was like, ow. It looked like it was dead on the ground, and I picked it up with a tissue, and it stung me. And then flex forward and point back. Flex forward and point. And back. Flex forward and point back. Good. Really feel that stretch. We've got a little circle. Yep. Try to stay here. Try not to throw the hips into it. And then reverse. Always keeping that bottom waist up. Good. Now we're going to kick it forward and ride that bike. Kick it forward and ride the bike. Good. Now reverse. Cycling through. So in Pilates, we want to make sure you can flex, you can extend, you can rotate. You can do a lateral flexion. Good. We're going to swing up forward. We're going to flex the feet. Let's bring the arms all the way back and do your best taking in the sun pose. Lift up, keep the chest high, and sneak those arms back. Sit up good, nice and tall. Good, space from here to here. We're going to twist two. Now watch your feet, all right? So to truly see that you've got lower body stabilization, your feet aren't doing this, all right? At your cue. Twist. I love when you go into a movement and you're just like, I don't even know I was tight there. Good. And twist. Let's take those legs apart. We're sitting up onto our sits bones. Let's reach the arms back again. Bring it here. We're going to twist over to the left. We're going to flex forward and saw that outside toe. Drag it back. And we're going to twist and saw that toe. So right here, I'm feel that opposition. So as I twist to the left and reach to the left, I ground my right hip. So we're always moving in opposition. Good, stretch. Bring it back in. Clasp the hands behind the back. We're going to look left. We're going to look right. And then just scoop. And then punch the chest all the way forward. Look left. Look right. Now we're going to scoop back and reside on our tailbone. And then come onto our forearms. I'm in a tabletop right now, and I'm going to start with just scooping the belly back and rocking the legs side to side. Good. Keep your feet, if you can, a little higher than your knees so it's not pulling you out of neutral. Now, we're going to roll over to the left side, scoop the belly back, and I'm going to can here. Can. Stabilizing, holding it. Roll over to the right. And can. Keep scooping the belly. Feel this in your belly. Even though it's like not a direct hit on your belly, you should still be feeling the belly. Good. And let's come up onto our knees. So we're on our knees. We're going to reach the arms out. I'm going to reach over to the left side. And as I reach over to the left side, I'm going to fall. I'm going to extend the right leg. I'm going to put my glamour pose on, and I'm going to draw the knee into the chest, and then I'm going to leave the leg out. I'm going to draw it in and leave it out. All right? So there's your position. Now I'm going to add that pelvic scoop, and I'm going to bring it in and extend it out. And scoop and out. And scoop and out. So we're doing like a single leg stretch or a double leg stretch, but we're flipped on, and that's what you'll see in Pilates. There's a lot of repetition in moves, and we take you at all different angles. Good, one more. And let's switch it over to the other side, extending out. All right? And then glamour pose. Bring that knee into the chest and press it out. So we're not scooping yet. We're getting our bearings. We're keeping our chest open. Now we're going to add that scoop, and we're going to scoop in and press out. Scoop in and press. Scoop. Scoop in for 4, for 3, for 2, and excellent. Come back onto your knees. And open up the chest. Right? Back extension here. Open up the chest. Bring the arms up. And we're going to reach up and over, and we're going to find our plank. All right? So if you're on your knees, you can take your knees wide. If you're up, go wider than your mat. All right? And we're going to just lift the right arm, lift the left. Lift the right, lift the left. Lift and lift. Drop down onto your knees, clasping the hands behind the back. And we're going to open up our chest. All right, as we end, let's combine some movements. All right? So we're going to sit up tall. We're going to roll down and begin to bend the knees, throwing the legs straight up into the air. Open them up. Inhale, exhale, scoop and sit up tall. All right? Bring it together. Roll down, drag those legs, flex the feet, separate, scoop the belly and rock up. Sit up tall. Good, let's do a few more of those, then we're gonna add on. Roll back, bend the knees, separate the legs, and scoop up. Bring them together, 2 more. Roll back, slide, flex the feet, widen, and sit up tall. Good. Last one, then we're gonna add it into a teaser. Roll back, take the legs, open up, scoop the belly, and bring it here. Good. The sit up tall is gonna move into a teaser now. So inhale, roll back, legs are straight. Inhale, exhale, come up, and hold your teaser or hold it here, all right? So I'll do the first one, full, roll back, squeeze the legs together, teaser, all right? If you want, stay there, roll back. If not, you're gonna come here and you're gonna roll up and hold your legs. Beautiful, let's do it. Reach, now I'm gonna add, clasp the hands behind the back, let's open the chest. Let's slide back, legs up, squeeze the legs together, up and over, teaser. Let's do 4 and more, reach, clasp the hands behind the back, bring it, slide the legs, throw them up into the air, up and over, and you can come up and do your teaser here. Really reach, clasp the hands behind the back, roll, slide, squeeze it all together, inhale, exhale. Last one, we're gonna reach, clasp the hands behind the back, bring it, nice slow movement, all the way up, find your teaser, bring the knees in, good. And let's roll the shoulders down. You're gonna look left, you're gonna look right, and then you're gonna scoop through the pelvis. Punch the chest up nice and high, and you're gonna look left, look right, and roll back. Let's do one more. You're gonna lift up, look left, look right, roll it down. Find your neutral. Okay, note to self, we are pulling the body down. We're gonna lift the head, neck, and shoulders. And we're gonna just stay neutral and hundreds here. Hundreds, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slide the heel slides. Roll down. We're gonna lift the head, neck, and shoulders. And I'm going to reach for my right ankle, reach for my left ankle. And reach, and reach. Hold your neck peripheral, and you're gonna just stretch side to side. We're gonna make sure everything is loose. Laying down, we're going to rock the pelvis. So find your neutral, and then imprint the spine and rock it back and forth. Rock it back and forth. Breathe. We're going to slide the fingertips, collectively lift the head, the neck, and the shoulders. And we're going to scoop the belly back. Just catch your breath. We're going to rock the body, and we're going to sit forward. We're almost there. Reach the arms forward, sit up tall. Bring the knuckles together. And we're going to scoop the belly, open up the arms, and lift the chest. And again, scoop occurs here. Scoop, open up the arms, and lift. And scoop, and open, and lift. do those heel slides, sit up tall. So I just want you to close your eyes for a moment. And I want a nice gentle inhale, exhale, and just catch the rhythm of your breath, rocking the body side to side. Okay. Relax. Feel happy that you came here or you got off the couch and joined us today and just let the body rock. We were able to go through about 5 different weather fronts. Just appreciate being outside, being with people. So I want you to inhale through the nose, roll the shoulders back. Sit up tall. Good thought in your head. Happy thought, good thought, a goal. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Hold that good thought. And thank you for joining me. You guys are awesome. Thank you. So nice to teach and have some energy right in the same area. Everybody have a great day. Hot. Turn it off.